You know, I thought it was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, but I guess it's just called Masters of the Universe. It's no longer He-Man's show. Teela and the Masters of the Universe. Yeah, my face looks like really red right now. I just got out the shower. So when you're a red bone and you get out the shower, you're going to be a little rosy for a minute, but we're not here to talk about my rosy cheeks. We're here to talk about Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 2. Now, a little while ago, I was talking some shit that went a little bit like this. Kevin Smith, you're wrong for this. You're wrong. You're gonna make a Masters of the Universe animated series and don't even put He-Man in this shit. You kill him in the first episode, only to bring back his alter ego and kill him again. And then you make Skeletor the Master of the Universe and Teela is the main hero? What are you smoking? My fears have come to light. When I saw Kevin Smith's name on this, I said, I know Kevin Smith is gonna find a way to fuck this up. I know he is. I'm not the biggest Kevin Smith fan, y'all. But I said, I know he's going to find a way to fuck this up. And he did. First of all, I want to say that I stick to my guns. I did not care for Part 1 at all. Besides that first opening battle, I didn't care for Part 1. All right. I had no desire to watch Part 2. But shout out to Q Reviews. Q Reviews said, man, bro, I'm telling you, Part 2 is going to be better. But I'm like, Q, you never steered me wrong, but I don't think I want to see this shit. And then I saw the trailer, the little teaser. I said, okay, they showed Savage He-Man in the trailer. I said, could this mean some damage control? Or, I'm assuming they already had this shit already, mapped out and everything. But I want to think this is damage control because I did not care for Part 1 at all. He-Man fans were split, divided. Man, some people were saying, man, people that's shitting on this don't know what they're talking about. They're just trying to hold on to nostalgia. Fuck them, they're not true fans. Leave Kevin Smith alone. The other side was like, man, that shit was trash. That was some woke bullshit. I ain't fucking with it. And I was wanting to really shit on Kevin Smith. And I just want to, you're probably not going to watch this video, but I want to apologize. I shouldn't have talked about the man the way I did. But, man, I get so passionate when it comes to my cartoons, man. I'm a real passionate motherfucker. Sometimes that red nigga syndrome comes out. And I just, spew out some venom. So, yeah, I want to apologize to Kevin Smith for saying what I said. But I don't apologize for what I said about Part 1. Okay, so enough of that shit. Part 2 was pleasantly, surprisingly fucking awesome. Yo, I watched all 5 episodes all back to back. Now, I'm not going to get into spoilers here for those that haven't seen it. All I'm going to say is this is a huge step up from that first part. I don't think I've ever done this where I shit on a movie or a series and then the sequel is like 1,000 times better. I think I gave that shit, I think I gave Part 1 like a D, or maybe I gave it an F. But I'm going to save the grade for later on. I got to say, this was like on some Endgame, Return of the Jedi. Perfect way to wrap things up. Everybody got their arc, their story arc, because at first this seemed like Evelyn's story, okay? This second part, like if the first part really focused on Teela, the second part really focused on Evelyn. We really got to know Evelyn and her relationship with Skeletor, all right? But then, in the midst of all that, everybody's getting their arc, and I gotta say there was some very sentimental moments, some heartfelt moments, some moments that for an animated joint, I'm like, I'm feeling something in the lump in my throat. And it's not acid reflux. What the hell is this? Even now, once again, we don't get much of He-Man, okay? So once again, okay, if you're expecting more He-Man this time, nah. But when he does show up, he does show out. All right, now, we saw this in the trailer with Savage He-Man. So Savage He-Man, yo, to me was the highlight of this whole fucking thing. Savage He-Man did not play there. That was like the Hulk, saying he was straight up the Incredible Hulk, except he was a white guy with blonde hair. But if him and Bruce Banner were to have a fight, man, I don't know. He'll give Bruce a run for his money. I don't know. He might just even Thanos Bruce. I don't know, because Savage Hulk did not play. He was killing deer and shit, and saying he was downright scary sometimes. So yeah, the Savage He-Man part I thought was crazy. Yeah, I watched that actually twice. And then we don't see He-Man again till like near the end. When it was over with, I felt surprised. Like I was trying to hate it. I already kind of had in my mind how I wanted to shit on this. I'm like, okay, I know I'm not going to like this. I already know I'm not going to like that. I was trying to find something where I can really dig into the shit and tear it apart just because of my hatred for the first one. And I can't. Okay, I can't. I consider myself to be an honest person, opinionated sometimes, yes. Sometimes brutally honest, yes. But I always try to stay real with my critiquing of things, and I could not find anything really wrong with the way this wrapped up. You know, I mean, if I can nitpick, but this will be a spoiler, so I really can't put the nitpick out there, but still, all I can say is, this is Teela's world, okay? This is Teela's world. Everybody else is a squirrel trying to get a nut. That's all I can say. That's still a spoiler, motherfucker. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm just saying, Teela and Evil-Lyn are like really the two main focal points of this series. Alright, He-Man, Prince Adam is a secondary character, and that's what pissed me off about this whole thing, is that this, you know, I thought it was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, but I guess it's just called Masters of the Universe. It's no longer He-Man's show, you know what I'm saying? He-Man's show was in the 80s, okay? The Masters of the Universe movie, that was He-Man in the 80s. This time, this is about Teela, this is about Evil-Lyn. He-Man plays a big part in this, but he is not the focal point. And as a He-Man fan, I really don't like that, but at the same time, I think that this second part was so well written. It was very well directed. The music cues, the battles, the action, the animation. You know what I'm saying? This felt almost like this could have been released in the theaters. You know, this had like an epicness to it. And I even liked the way they had Eternity, where they had the skies. They probably did this in part 1 too, but I was so angry about part 1, I didn't even focus on that. But they even had the skies looking like they did in the cartoon. So you do have a nostalgic feeling there, but at the same time, it did something totally new, totally fresh, totally different, you know. And I guess I can respect that, because when you bring back a property, you have to really please the fans of the old and introduce it to the fans of the new, but you have to throw Easter eggs in there, nostalgia, and even redo things that you did, you know, the first time around. They did none of that. They used absolutely nothing from the cartoon series except for the names of the characters, and that's it. The names, and like even like they changed the look, they changed everything about. So it's almost like this is a sequel to the 80s show, but they just said fuck everything about that show. We're just taking the names and the characters, but we're doing something totally different, and that's what they did. Even though Skeletor is still Skeletor, you know, cracking jokes and shit and being annoying, but everything else is totally changed. So with that being said, y'all, to wrap this up, Masters of the Universe Part 1, I'm sticking by it. I ain't care for it. But Part 2 was a great watch, and I'm going to watch it again. And that's all I got to say, man. This was like I said, the end game, Return of the Jedi of this little movie series here, man. This wrapped everything up, I think, perfectly. And it does set up for some future installments. They introduced something that you're gonna be like, holy shit, you're gonna recognize this. Even if you're old, you're gonna recognize it. I said, I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm down for it. So with that being said, y'all, Part 2, I'm gonna give it A. So I couldn't find nothing wrong with it. I found really nothing wrong with Part 2. You know, I came to grips, I came to peace with that this is no longer a He-Man show. You know what I'm saying? So with this being what it is, I just accepted it for what it is, and I said, okay, you know what? Fuck it. You know, if I want He-Man, I'm gonna go back and watch the old Filmation series and the Dolph Lundgren movie, but this is no longer a He-Man show. But I did really enjoy that second part. I was engaged the whole time, you know. And that's it. That's all. What did you guys think of it? If you've seen it, comment freely below. And if you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. Oh, I just got side. Damn, there's something I want to say so bad, but it's a spoiler. Oh my god. It has something to do with Evil-Lyn and Skeletor. Alright, mild spoiler. This is mild spoiler. Yeah, Evil-Lyn and Skeletor have a moment, an intimate moment, that could have got nasty really quick. It did kind of get nasty. But how the hell do you kiss something with no lips? You just kissing teeth and bones. That's all I'm going to say. Fuck it. Alright, I'm done. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.